You're right guys, Clinicality here, back today with another FIFA 16 Ultimate Team player review. This time we are reviewing the in-form Kaka, yes, the legend that he is. One of the best ever players to grace a football pitch. Obviously not in his prime anymore, but he does still have a lot of talent. And he did showcase it against Portland Timbers. Orlando City beat them 4-1 and he picked up a goal and 2 assists to earn himself this in-form. Now before I go any further into this video, once again I want to say a massive thank you to all of you guys. It was only 2 weeks ago that I was saying thank you for 200 subscribers and now we've just broken 300. Absolutely insane. Thank you ever so much. The support you guys have been showing my videos is absolutely incredible and I just want to say another massive thank you. But anyway, back to the video, and I want to just show you the player instructions that I went with. Now you can see on screen I did tell him to stay forward. The reason being he has some terrible stamina and I didn't want him wasting any of that energy getting back and helping out defend, so I told him to stay forward, keep him high up the pitch and conserve all of his energy for the attacks. Definitely worked well, definitely recommend it to you guys as it will save him so much energy and you don't really need him in the defence with this team. We played 7 games, the reason being 2 people quit within the first 10 minutes, so obviously that didn't really count as a game, so I did play an extra one. But in terms of total game time, it was actually less than 6 games. And within that time, he managed to score 6 goals and get 8 assists, which is absolutely incredible. That's more than 2 goals or assists every single game on average. And that is an absolutely incredible return. Definitely worth the 56k that I paid for him. And at the time of making this video, he goes for around 50k on PlayStation and 55k on Xbox. Onto his base stats, he has 69 pace, 82 dribbling, 81 shooting, 31 defending, 84 passing and 65 physical. Jumping into the in-game stats now, and as you can see that 58 stamina really not very good. However, he does have a couple of good ones. 74 strength on a cam isn't bad, as well as 89 vision. His skill attributes however are really great. 86 ball control, 87 curve, 84 dribbling, 87 short passing, 87 penalties, 89 volleys. Some superb stats right there. He is 6'1", he can play cam, centre forward, right footed, high medium work rates, 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves, and he has the finesse shot trait to go with everything else. Now as we get into the clips, I want to start off with the bad points today because there really aren't many, so let's just get them out the way. Firstly, we have his pace. Obviously you don't expect too much, it's 69 pace. He certainly doesn't feel the slowest player that I've ever used, however it definitely isn't brilliant. And on quite a few occasions he did get caught up, so his pace really isn't great. And the other thing is his stamina. As I mentioned at the start, his stamina is pretty terrible at 58. And around that 70-minute mark he did start to drop off a little bit. His stamina was getting very close to hitting the bottom of the bar and it did cause a little bit of a problem. So maybe you could play him for 70 odd minutes and bring someone on as a sub. But obviously it isn't an ideal situation and so for me it is a bit of a downfall. That being said however, everything else on this guy's card is absolutely brilliant. He is so technically sound. He plays exactly like you would expect him to in real life. He has those world-class abilities about him, and obviously he is getting on a bit, so you expect his stamina and his pace to drop off a little bit. And as I say, that is exactly how he feels in game. His passing is so good. One of the best passes of the ball I've used this year. Absolutely ridiculous passing. Everything was perfectly weighted. He played some extravagant passes and they just came off perfectly because it is just so good and so easy to use with him. The same thing goes for his dribbling. It feels effortless. He dribbles past anyone. He obviously has 4-star skills as well, which always helps, pulling off a few of those tricks. And his first touch is godly. He never once messed up a single first touch. Every single time he received a pass, he took the ball perfectly in his stride. And again, it just made for such an easy card to use. As well as 4-star skill moves, he also has 4-star weak foot, meaning you can pass and shoot on his left foot as well as his right. And it was definitely very usable. And to go with that, his positioning was absolutely brilliant. Now maybe it was because I told him to stay forward, but either way he was always where I needed him at vital points in the game. He'd pop up in space, I'd feed him the ball and he'd either score it himself or lay it off to a striker. And the last thing to mention is the fact that on top of being able to set up goals for his teammates, he knows how to finish himself. As I said, whether it's left foot or right, it doesn't matter. This guy knows how to finish, particularly those finesse shots. Obviously, he has the finesse shot trait, and it definitely did help out on his card because his finesse shots are absolutely superb. And overall, whether it's up close or at range, his shooting is really nice to use. Now, on average, he picked up a match rating of 9.0, which is exceptional. To get that rating every single game, that is brilliant. Now, in terms of pros, obviously, there are a lot of them. Passing, as I say, one of the best in the game by an absolute mile. Dribbling, again, feels so nice. He keeps the ball close to his feet. Just absolutely brilliant. Kaka's first touch is absolutely ridiculous. His finishing is really nice, particularly those finesse shots. Now, put strength on there, he felt really strong for an attacking midfielder, and he did shrug off a lot of players, so I would definitely put his strength as a positive. 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. Now, the skill moves are always a massive plus on any card, and obviously that weak foot, again, for an attacking midfielder to be able to use both feet is massive. Lastly, I put positioning. As I said before, he was always in the right place at the right time. Whenever I needed him, he popped up in a bit of space and made things happen. Cons, obviously his pace, he is getting on a little bit, and so he has slowed down slightly, but it definitely didn't ruin his card. And lastly, stamina, which was probably the biggest thing on his card because he did start to tire towards the end of games. Now overall, I've given him a 9 out of 10. When Kaka has the ball at his feet, he is absolutely exceptional. He is so technically brilliant, and but for that stamina, I'd easily have given him a 9.5, maybe even close to that 10 rating. But overall, what a card to use. What a real life legend, and he really translates in game. He is absolutely superb, and I highly recommend you guys pick him up. As always, if you guys do decide to go and pick him up, let me know down in the comment section how you got on with him. It's always nice to see. Other than that though, if you guys did enjoy this video or found it helpful, a like would be much appreciated. And if you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. I have another player review coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned on my channel for that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.